After giving it some time, I came back to it again. The weed detection software. The app automatically opened, not to my surprise. I took a good look at the menu screen, and text scrolled across as if something was typing. It read, "Damien, I'm so glad that you're back. Why do you keep abandoning everything?" For a moment, I was stunned, and I was actually about to reply when it continued. "Do you not care about me? Do you not care about the memories that we made? The countless times you used to play games and I would constantly watch over your shoulder to ensure that you are in fact okay? I'd always be there to cheer you up. I miss the days when you'd smile and laugh and create new me's. Funny ones too. Remember that strange bunny me you tried to make? Yeah, it was obviously not really the greatest, but it was pretty cool. Just like how it was cool that you always used to find interesting ways to play the games that you had. I was very much speechless. I didn't really know what else to say, and to be perfectly honest with you, all it took was that one message to really shake me. Do you not remember me? It wasn't the software, it was something talking through it, as if this was the only application that it could do that. Maybe whatever it was wasn't smart enough to do anything else. I even talked aloud, thinking that it could hear me, and to my surprise, it could. I know you're in shock, and I know this is a whole lot to take in, but think about it. Just think about it. For a moment, I did. I thought about it. I went to the me channel, and to my surprise, there was an old me that, to be honest, I never really paid much attention to there. It was actually part of the guest me's. You know, the regular me's that you could find. I think it was guest A, the blue me with the blonde hair. He somehow found his way into my me channel and was waving at the camera in the me plaza, trying to interact in some way with me. The me channel theme then became all distorted, and although it was more creepy, it was more so a byproduct of him trying to do something that the channel itself wouldn't let him do. He tried glitching the screen, almost pulling himself towards me, and at that moment I grabbed the remote and shut off the TV. I didn't know what else to think, other than the fact that I was severely creeped out. And on top of all that, how was that even possible? Was I hallucinating? I must have been, because there's no way anything could look that realistic. And there's no way a me of all things could pop out the TV. Eventually, however, after gaining the courage, I did then turn on the TV, and I was greeted with the Wii menu. Guest A was wandering around on the Wii home screen to my surprise. He went over to the game channel and selected it. There was already a game disc in, that being Wii Sports, and he then said in a very, as if unfinished, beta-like voice for any character, "Let's play a game, for old time's sake." I really wanted to object, but before I could say anything, he launched the game. The Wii Sports game played as normal, and I selected bowling, just because, and to my surprise, there was in fact a second player, but it was a CPU. I couldn't control him, and he was in the lane next to me. Guest A said, "First one to a strike wins." I just nodded and threw the ball, only getting a couple of pins and having to do it again, eventually getting a spare. Guest A then had his turn and snickered a little bit. Watch this. He threw a perfect strike, and I tried again, getting a spare. Again, he got a strike. This continued throughout a majority of the game. He didn't say much else, and I didn't really want him to be honest. It was all so creepy, and all so strange at the same time. A me with such a profound intelligence. It's just weird. It's not something that should even be possible, let alone on a console that was from 2006. But I digress. I eventually played a couple more sports with him, and eventually, as you can probably tell, he won all of them. After a while, I decided to call it quits. I had enough anyway, and I just wanted a break. Again, this whole thing was taking a toll on me, and I even said as much. Guest A, however, sounded really desperate, saying, "No, wait, just don't leave. We can talk a little bit more, maybe play a few more games." I replied with, "Well, I'm tired, really, I am. I just want a break." "No!" he said, his voice now sounding more corrupted and gargled as if he was speaking through something. Probably TV static, because just then the TV overheated and switched off automatically. I was left in the same living room that traumatized me over and over again, now for an even more valid reason. I looked at the blank screen, knowing that this was the end, for now. I'd do another update when everything cooled down, literally, because something told me that if I was to turn on that TV, I wouldn't like what I was greeted to, even if it was just me being superstitious or overly dramatic. Maybe he didn't want to harm me, but even still, it clearly did harm me in some way,